Hello everybody, it's Richard Urban Warlock here. I'm doing another Down the Rabbit Hole episode. Now this one is potentially, not this one specifically, but this one, well it might do, potentially start putting the cat amongst the pigeons within the community, because I'm sure they don't want me to talk about this, but I'm going to fucking do it anyway, because I'm a pain in the arse. Right, this one's called this. Reason being is, well, let's just go through it. So I'm going to start with working with different energies. And when I say that, I mean working with different kind of deities and gods and angels and stuff like that. Now, I obviously come from more of a witchcraft background. So, you know, I don't really work with angels. It doesn't appeal to me. It's no offense to people who do. And a lot of people say, oh, you ought to call on such and such. And I occasionally do, but I don't feel connected to them. I've always felt more connected with working with the kind of older gods, if you want to call it that. So when I was a bit more pagan based, I used to work a bit with Odin. I don't really anymore because I'm not really connected to that energy stream, but I've got a lot of respect for it. It tends to be more witches that kind of work with the gods. So your classic one, who I don't work with because I've got respect for them, which is Hecate or Hecate, depending on when you want to say it, the way you want to say it. And it's mainly because Hecate works with an awful lot of people, and some people in particular that I'm kind of opposite end of the scale with. Now, that's perfectly fine. Like I say, people more on the spiritual spectrum, so the spiritual side of things, they tend to work more with like angels and then higher up astral beings, and again, that's perfectly fine. Now for me, depending on, it will kind of depend if you're a light worker or a star seed as well. We've also got the Anunnaki thrown in there, but I'm going to do a separate video about that. I'm not ready to do that one yet because that one's really going to be a bombshell. Right, anyway, so linking into that, the reason, I mean, it's no secret, I'm quite happy to say that I work mostly with Shiva. Reason being was that I kept, I was having readings with people, and there seemed to be this kind of common link, some common thread that all kind of tied back to Shiva energy. Now, that ties in to getting your name. Okay, now, it's something that I've only kind of recently discovered via a friend in the New Wave. So, over a year ago now, I had a kind of reading with my friend Karen Goodwin. Now, after the reading, Karen said, do you want to do a guided meditation? So I said, yeah, all right then, let's do it. Anyway, long and short, I went to this kind of very bright white place, and I heard two things. Okay, I'm not going to say what the first thing was, it's not important, not that interesting either. But then I was given my name. Okay, now, I have since been told that you shouldn't give your name out to anybody, but nobody told me this at the time. And it's only like in the last week when Sammy told me that you shouldn't give your name out. Well, it's a bit late now, isn't it? Anyway, point being is, that is my name. Virtually everybody knows it now. So like I said, there's not a lot I can do about it. But obviously with that name, that was the confirmation for me that I should be working with Shiva. And what a damn good thing it has been. Okay, like I say, I do work with other kind of gods and deities, but not as heavily. I'm not going to say who, because I don't want people kind of evil eyeing it and getting involved and stuff like that. I must say, when I work with these other gods and deities, I ask them if they want to work with me. It's a permission thing. Anyway, point being is that, you can work with these gods and deities, but you might have a kind of more of a specific energy stream that you need to link into. So, for example, I know somebody who works extremely with Sekhmet. I don't work with any of the Egyptian gods for one reason and one reason only. Most of them are, well, they're all Anunnaki, okay? And granted, there are some all right Anunnaki, but the majority of them are suppressors. And I'm not going to work with them. I'm an awakener. I'm an activator. Okay. Yeah. Point being was to this video really is to promote Karen a little bit, because I got to thinking, right, for those people who want to work with certain energy streams and deities and gods and stuff like that. I just call it an energy stream because that's what it is. It's energy. So, you know, for example, that's my name. I am not saying it. I'm Shiva. Of course, I'm not. I work with Shiva energy. Okay. Yeah. If people can get their name, then you know they might have a name that links into something. Now, I'm going to stress, and again, this is just a belief system. It's just my belief system. I would probably hazard a guess that 80%, maybe even more, won't have a kind of well-known high energy stream name. And again, my theory on this is that it's more star seeds that get those names. Okay. But if you can tap into it, so for example, you might get a more kind of like I don't know, earth-based name or more witchy name. You know, if you're a bit more pagan, stuff like that, you might tap into the pagan gods. You might get a, you know, Freya or Odin-based name. Who knows? Anyway, I spoke with Karen and I said, that thing you did with me where I got my name, do you think that you could do, can you kind of like direct it? And she said, well, yeah, I think so. I can't see why I couldn't do a meditation that was kind of linked to that. And I said, well, you know, also, could you do it distantly for people who aren't in the area? She said, yeah, of course I can. So, yeah, if you want to find out what your name is so that you can, you know, like I said, I'm not saying that it's going to guarantee you're going to get a name and it's all going to kind of click into place and you're going to go, oh, right, I need to be working with that deity or I need to be working with that energy. But it could put you on a path to what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm going to put Karen's business details on here. Okay. She's on TikTok. So go and send her a message if you want to book a session. I don't know what she charges. That's down to her. What I will stress though, okay, in the unlikely event that Karen accidentally kind of wakes up a baddie, as I said just over a year ago, okay, I will hunt you down in the 5D and I will take you down. There's a reason why that's my name. I'm basically, you know, my cover has now been blown. I am basically a spiritual hitman for hire. In the 3D, I use this. In the 5D, I have other methods and forms. So just be warned, any baddies out there who want activating, if I get wind of it, I will hunt you down in the 5D, okay? I'm a demon hunter. I'm a demon destroyer, okay? So yes, that is it. Go and hit Karen up, book a session, and see if you can get your name, okay? But for the love of God, keep it fucking quiet, because otherwise it ends up being a giant shit show, okay? Don't want anybody else starting a revolution out there. Anyway, until next time, good luck. Ta-ta for now.